Hello, everyone. I welcome you all to another episode of Widow Talk, where I have with me an amazing and incredible person, Sonia. She's a coach and a spiritual healer, and she works specifically with people who have faced the adversities of life, and sometimes they really don't see light at the end of the tunnel. So, over to you, Sonia. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Hello, Miss. Thank you for having me. And yeah, I'm excited to share what I can share.
Why don't you begin with how you started on this journey? Because a few times that we have talked, I have found that you have been through so much in life yourself, and there's a lot of inspiration that can be drawn from the things that you, as one person, has had to go through so many times in life. So we would really like to know a little bit about you, your journey, and the work that you are doing now. So please.
Yeah. So yeah, my journey started in 2015 when I had my first cancer diagnosis, and I did everything that was asked to do. I did chemotherapy. I just wanted to have my old life back, and when that happened, I was functioning again as a mom of three kids and married. And at the end of 2016, I realized that my husband had changed, and I asked him in 2017 in April, what's going on. And so he mentioned that he had met another woman. And at that time, I was in chemotherapy again because in January 2017, I got a second diagnosis with metastases. And yeah, so he left on a Sunday in May 2017, and unexpectedly, my mom died the next day. So on Monday, so I was suddenly there with three small kids and in the middle of a chemotherapy. And of course, I thought, yeah, it was a hard time. And but step by step, angels came to me in form of people who guided me, asking me if I would be interested in other healing options. And I did that. Yeah, I was open to experience everything and to figure out what can help me as well. And so I became a coach and did a lot of self-healing programs and learned how to heal others or to help them healing. And I'm studying a lot, reading books, listening to podcasts. It's all about personal development, mindset work, and yeah.
That's really inspiring, Sonia. And I do have to ask that. Well, you mentioned you have three children. I also have three children. I can totally relate what it feels like to be left to tend to those little ones as a single parent. So, what do you feel that how can single mothers model resilience and emotional health for their children during times like these, like when life maybe is not too kind with us?
Well, at the beginning, I didn't care a lot of myself. I had, of course, to do the chemotherapy that took a lot of strength for me. And I learned from my mom to do everything for my kids. So my focus was on my kids. And whenever someone asked me if I wanted to live, I said, oh, yes, of course, because I want to see my kids growing up. And then there was a day when I suddenly realized, wait a minute, I should want to live for myself. And I didn't know
Yeah.
why I should live because I had no vision for my life anymore. I was just living. I was just here somehow existing, but I was not really living. And it took me quite some time to figure out what I really like. And I struggled a lot. I had depressions in myself. I didn't share it with other people. I fought a lot with myself, doubting if I really wanted to live. And then I said, yes, of course I want. And then the next day, oh no, it's too much. I can't handle it. 3 kids, and everything being alone. I pitied myself. And yeah, I had always coaches on on my side. And when I did the self-healing courses, I got to know a lot of people, and with some of them, I'm good friends now. And so I called sometimes them to help me to get out of that deep, yeah, it's like you're in a trunk or somewhere where you can't get out. It's a deep black hole, and I couldn't find out sometimes alone. And yeah, and sometimes I just had to do something that made me laugh again. I watched a film, for example. I asked friends, hey, do you have a film recommendation for me? And one said, yeah, we recently watched a film that was so funny. And for me, there are funny films and funny films. I don't think they are funny. A lot of people where people hurt themselves and then other laugh. I don't like that. So, but this was such a funny film, and I could really feel how happy I was again. But of course, that was just a short moment. So it was hard work I had to do. Yeah.
While you were telling all this, I was exactly thinking the same thing, Sonia, because I feel personally, having been through a few ups and downs myself also, I feel that the emotional state the mother is in, it really affects how she deals with the stuff regarding the children, about her own life, and all that. So, how do you think that women can feel empowered or confident in their role as a parent?
First of all, we have to get back to understanding that every single person in the world is important. We are not just a mom. We
Yeah.
are a woman, yeah, and we are a human being. And every human being, men or women or also animals, we are all worthy and we are all important. And um, it's not egoistic to talk of you proudly or care of you. I was once reading a post, when you should mention everything you love, when would you mention yourself? And I realized I wouldn't have put my name on the list at all because I had thought about materialistic things, but not me as a person putting on that list. I would have, well, maybe also I would have mentioned my kids, but not me. So we have to put ourselves on the first place, really
Yeah.
on the top of the hill, because we are the most important person in our life. And if we don't care of us properly and fill our cup, we can't give to our kids properly. And that's our aim as a mom, to care properly for our kids. But if we are not well ourselves, we can't help them.
What can you say about the human nature, like these women who are going through tough times? What is there anything that you can share about the human nature in terms of coming out of the adverse circumstances and resilience that these women show up with, the courage, maybe the determination, or what have you found about human nature during all your journey?
What I have found out, this is a good question. I think we have all our patterns that go back to, I don't know, to the origin, and it's okay that well, our mom and our grandmother, they didn't know better, or yeah, otherwise, they lived their life as were taught as well. So. I think we can all make new decisions, um, and it's something I found out I have a podcast as well, and when I speak to single moms especially, um, yeah, you have to change your mindset and make a decision for yourself. And there's a transformation needed in, I think, all, in the whole world, that we have to change our mind to a new state of being and judging less, judging people who are struggling. And we have so many opinions about people, and especially we women, we judge ourselves so much.
Yeah, we do.
And I was just speaking to a woman. Yeah, we always think we have to do everything perfectly, but that's not necessary. We always give our best, and that's the most important thing. That today I give the best I can do today. Sometimes we're not in a good state because maybe we didn't sleep well or something's bothering us. So everything we do today, make sure you do it the best way you can do it today.
What is one empowering action that you can tell someone to do when they're passing through a tough time? But you have already told this in this last question that you answered, that it's about, putting yourself first and prioritizing self-care and all these things that are important.
I think what is really important that we be aware of how we speak to ourselves. And we have a lot of speaking here between our ears,
Yeah.
silent speaking, and also what we think about other people. When we start becoming aware of that, we can change a lot because we can then ask ourselves, why am I thinking like that? Is this really true? Is it really true what I'm thinking about me right now, that I'm not able to do that, that I'm not a good person, or whatever is talking at the moment in my head? So I think that's a very important thing to do for everybody. And especially when we are going through a tough time, grieving, well, because we have lost a person, or other tough times, there's a lot of talk in our head. And I think we have to, yeah, it's of course getting that voice silent, but understanding and listening. First of all, we have to listen to it and find out what does it want to tell us, and then we can change it to something positive.
What is there for us to keep us going, or what in your view, what can you tell our viewers, that what is one thing, or maybe more than one, that how can we, I don't know, motivate ourselves, bring us to that point, to make us realize that, there is a way forward, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and things can get better. So how do we what do we do then?
Mhm. So first of all, I think it's important to have a vision again for our life, find out what maybe we had dreams as a kid and or later. And as I didn't have that, it was tough for me to really um, see a reason why why I should keep on living. But if you have something, because for example, when you're planning a holiday and okay, in 6 months we are going on holiday, then you have this event coming up and you are really excited all the 6 months to go there. You're so excited, and the last few days or weeks you start preparing, going, buying maybe some special stuff you need to take with you. And yeah, if we have big goals for our life, or smaller goals, something we want to achieve, then it's something we can walk and work on it step and go there step by step. And I think that's very important to figure out what do we really like and love in our life. And that's something that can help us to cheer up our life. and yes, being hopeless, me having cancer, you never know, never can give me a guarantee if I will survive. But it doesn't matter what we have. Our life can be at the end tomorrow or in an hour. So we shouldn't depend on or focus too much on how cancer, it has something to do with death. It's just yeah, I'm working now with energies. I know it's just a field, an energy field where everybody puts some thoughts in it, and then it's like a bubble. And so when you open that door to that bubble, you're in it. And I never opened that bubble. For me, cancer is something I have to work on myself. So and I always had the firm belief, and yeah, we need some belief that life will turn, and we can make something better, and that we survive, or whatever we want to get out of. So we need belief.
I feel, Sonia, that if we connect that belief with the purpose,
Yeah,
like exactly how you have explained it in detail, like, something to look forward to, uh, setting small goals, achievable goals, and then monitoring your progress and maybe see how you are progressing towards those goals, all that, the checks. So to check upon your progress, I think that's very important. Finding a purpose and then, putting yourself on a path towards that goal. That's extremely important. And like you said, believing all the time, believing in yourself and in your journey, and believing in definitely better days that are coming.
yeah,
So all of that. So
absolutely.
thank you so much, Sonia, for sharing all these things in so much detail.
In our daily life, we have so many different ways how we can reach our goals. And me as a coach, and also you as a coach, we are only showing different possibilities, and everybody should use what suits them the best. My path is not the path someone else should take, but that's why I study so much and listen to different people, because sometimes it's a word I hear from someone and I said, okay, yeah, that's helping me now. So it's so important that we open up for so many different options.
Exactly. Absolutely. Okay, tell me, how can people find you and connect with you?
I have a website, but it's in German, but I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, of course. And as you said, I'll share my details in the show notes. So yeah, you can reach me on the way that suits you the best.
Thank you so much, Sonia, again for sharing all these things. And it was lovely to have you here. And you have a nice day. And again, it was a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and thank you for having me. Have a nice day too.
Thank you. Even in the face of profound loss, the journey of spiritual healing and self discovery can lead to incredible transformation. It's a path that may feel uncertain at times, but trust that every step you take is moving you closer to a deeper connection with yourself and your purpose. Remember, your healing journey is unique and unfolding exactly as it should. If this conversation resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share this episode with someone who might need little light in their healing journey. Together, we can definitely create a community of support, strength, and hope for those navigating life after this. Until next time, take good care of yourself.